Hey yo, what's up guys, it's Harold Plays here, and I'm here for an episode of 2K My League, my very first video on the Harold Plays channel. Please subscribe if you want, it's free. But today I'm going to be doing My League franchise rebuild on 30-1 teams, as I have my own settings loaded up here. I'm going to be doing my hometown favorite, the Chicago Bulls. And let's get ready to do this. Prospect scouting is going to be out. I'm going to be doing all this. Can't wait for this NBA season to resume, if it does. Hopefully it does. Also MLB. Hopefully MLB will resume. And here we go. We're going to load in our draft class. It's going to be our 2020 draft class. I usually go until after the 2022 draft class, and then I switch it. But ideas on this Bulls team. 1. We gotta get rid of the bad contracts. That includes Cristiano Felicio, who, first off, shouldn't even be on this team. Don't know why. Hopefully the new Bulls GM can do something about it. But just looking at the contracts, Felicio has 2 years left. He's unrestricted. But I'm gonna do this off season. For this regular season, I'm just gonna let it play out, and we'll see how everything works out. What I do want to do though, get guys some development. Maybe not. I thought about sending Chandler Hutchinson down, but I think I'll keep him. Here we go. I'm on the PlayStation, so it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be slower for it to sim. I just want to talk about my channel, Harold Plays. First of all, this is my very first video, as I said. It's an interesting trade, 2 bad contracts for a couple young players. I'm going to keep that alone though. This is my first video on the Harold Plays channel. I also have another channel called The Train Geek. If you guys want to subscribe to that too as well, you can. The name is basically what it is. I like trains, and I like watching trains go out and train spots sometimes. Now we can't do that obviously because of the coronavirus. But hopefully, as we're off to about a 500 start, as we get blown up by the Bucks there. But yeah, this channel is going to be consisted of mainly 2 games I might add on, but NBA2k. Going to mainly be doing franchises and rebuilds. Going to start off my first video with the rebuild, and tomorrow I'll get a MLB The Show franchise episode out. I'll probably do pick my favorite team franchise first. In that case, that would be the Chicago White Sox as my favorite team. So we're about 20 games into the season, currently 9-20, or 9-20. There it is, 9-10. Team chemistry is at 54%. I'm not going to move anybody at the trade deadline because I don't feel the need to. I just want to see how everyone does. Although I do want to see, I'm pretty sure Otto Porter Jr. is he's on a player option. So yeah, player option. So I'm going to move him at the trade deadline. Should stop the simulation when I get to the trade deadline. But yeah, this is going to be a fun ride. Something I want to do is Makoko. We're going to return him to the G League. So as Max Strus. My thoughts on the Bulls are that not a great year. On paper they should be making the playoffs, but with a mixture of the bad front office, Reinsdorf and then Gar Foreman and John Paxson, as well as Jim Boylan. This team is not shaping up for success. Is Lowry Markkinen? We obviously, if people haven't heard, currently wants changes done, or else he's leaving Chicago, and that would be a big issue because 1, Lowry's improving in my eyes, and we need him for shooting. So currently 12 and 18. I would prefer a lottery pick. Preferably, probably a small forward lottery pick. I think it's Denny Avija. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think he's a small forward. We're 14 and 18 right now with a win against the Magic. I see us winning about 30 games, which will probably get us a top 10 lottery pick, but not a top 5. Because, we are struggling in the lottery. We've gotten 7th every past few years now. And what I see in the game right now is a lot of injuries. That's another thing that the Bulls have had to deal with. And yet they've won quite a few games with the injuries. I'm going to try and develop Kobe White as much as we can. Get him to a star. But a 30-1 rebuild, what I'm going to do, this is my favorite team for the Bulls, so this is not necessarily a part of the 30-1 rebuild series, but it's the first team I'm going to do, especially for my first video. I'm going to take the overalls of all the teams, stack them into a 30-1 list, 30th being the worst team in the NBA, obviously, the number 1 being the best team in the NBA. Now I'll go down and I'll rebuild. Once I get into the top 5 overalls in NBA, I'll see if I can go on a three-peat, and if I don't go on a three-peat after the first year, I get that first year to rebuild my team. If I don't go on a three-peat after that first year, then wow. Daniel Gafford tears his Achilles out for the season. But if I don't do the three-peat, then I fail and I rebuild after the first year. So, pretty much talking about Celtics, Lakers, Philly, Clippers, and probably the Nuggets would probably be another team. In my eyes, that's the top 5 teams. So currently 21 and 26, losing 2 games that Bulls won in real life. To the Cavs, I'm pretty sure. Other known facts: I've only been to 1 Bulls game. It was actually against Washington Wizards in Chicago, the last time they played Washington, where Bradley Beal scored 53 points. Kobe White had another career night. So I am just trying to get to the off season here. I'm not gonna worry about All-Star stuff yet, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. I just want to look at this straight. I know Jang has a massive contract. Luke Cornett only has but he's a starter now because of the injury to. He's not playing. Okay. Winslow's averaging 10.5, Otto's averaging 13.5, Gorgie Dang not doing the greatest. I'm gonna decline this trade anyways. So I'm gonna step at the trade deadline now, and I'm gonna find a trade for Otto Porter Jr. that makes sense to see what we can do. See when that trade deadline is. Here it is on the Pelicans game. So we're gonna find a trade finder. Larry Markkinen and his left knee tendonitis. Here is Otto Porter. So we're gonna find a trade for him. So a couple of young players here. I wanna get a preferably picks. See if I see anything on here. Does Hardaway have a player option on his deal? He does. So I'm not gonna go for that one. Does Marc Gasol have a player option? No, he doesn't. But I probably won't re-sign Marc Gasol. But you could get a valuable pick from them. I'm just looking at all the opportunities here. So 12 trades. These are 2 old guys that don't have player options. I'm gonna do the Marc Gasol trade. Get a center. Gafford is injured, so this would work. No player option. How many points is he averaging? He's averaging 16.1, which ain't bad. It's an upgrade, and we get a pick. So we're gonna make this trade for for Marc Gasol. Get Otto Porter Jr. off the books. Time to sim to the end of the season. See how that goes. Win our first game at Marc Gasol. We're 23 and 30 on the year. Actually, let's see where that puts us in the playoff. We're half game back of the Wizards. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Team chemistry at 56% now. Lowry's back, so if we make a playoff push and make the playoffs, then I'll be happy. I don't see us getting past the first round in the playoffs, especially if we Probably won't even get out of the first round if we make the playoffs. So we got contract extensions coming up. Can't wait to see who we can re-sign. Obviously, Otto Porter probably accept his player option. Wizards, not a great deal. Currently 26 and 33, and we lose to the Knicks by a point. Here you go, contract extension day. So Lowry wants to test free agency. He's expecting $30.48 million, and he's averaging 16 points. Not bad. Denzel won't sign. Chris Dunn will re-sign. That's a lot of money. How much is he? No, he's not contributing that well. Having a good defensive year as always, but shooting 15% or so at the line from the three-point line is not going to work. So I really want to get Lowry back, but that's a lot of money for an 80 overall. I mean that's a lot, and he also, if we can, well, he has another year on his option, so he's restricted. I'm pretty sure. Is he restricted? I can't tell. I don't know if he's restricted. I think he is, but if there's like a match too high, I'm not gonna get him. I'm not gonna sign him back. That's just a lot of money for a guy that's honestly should be doing a lot better than only 16 points per game. Obviously, other stats matters too, but I don't want to bring a guy that making that much money. Hopefully, we can make the playoffs within the first 3 years. When I would prefer winning the championship about a year or about 2 years from now. Get ourselves a couple of years of rebuilding. Like I said, we're getting rid of Felicio at the off season. Can't wait. Hopefully, sign Anthony Davis. He's going to be probably the biggest guy on our free agent target list. You know, Chicago native. Obviously, want to get him back. And now I kind of like this because I like going on a losing streak at the end of the season. Get ourselves a better chance for getting a lottery pick. In fact, we're 5.5 games out. Probably not going to make the playoffs. Around 12 games back. 12 games left in the season. Or sorry, 10 games left in the season. Now there's 9 games left. Don't know where 28 wins will put us in that lottery race. If we do lose out, we could get a top 3 lottery odds. If we don't, we beat the Nuggets as usual. Now we're probably still going on a winning streak, but I don't have a set upload schedule yet, as I'm currently trying to figure out editing options. Editing program. I have an editing program, and I also need a flash drive to transfer the drives. Need to edit the program, so before then the quality probably won't be great, and there's a reason why I'm talking the entire time because of that. So they're gonna finish the season 30 and 52. So not a bad first year for a rebuilding team. Luka Doncic wins Rookie of the Year. Ja Morant wins Rookie of the Year. Sorry. Luka wins most valuable player. Ja wins Rookie of the Year. Schroeder wins Sixth Man. Kawhi Depoy and Luka most improved. Remember Carlisle with Coach of the Year. As Luka's also injured, so yeah. So I actually didn't see. I should have looked. Let's see here. Season awards. That's not what I want. Guess there's no awards there. Rookie report. Where did White average? Still injured. Wow. 40, 30, 70. So not a bad first year. See who wins this NBA championship the first year is see who wins it. I'm assuming it's gonna be one of the Clippers or Lakers teams against Bucks or Boston. That's the bottom one in the Western Conference. The 2-3 seed Lakers and Clippers. I want that to happen. That would be a great series. As the Lakers winning 6. It's Milwaukee and Indiana actually in the Eastern Conference Finals. Milwaukee sweeps, and Utah wins in 7. So this is an interesting defensive matchup here. Tied at 2. Bucks up 3-2, and they win it. Bucks win the championship. Giannis wins Finals MVP on 25, 12, and 5, pretty much, with steal and a half and a block and a half, shooting on 58% and wow, 10% from the 3-point line. Not good, but here we go. We're set for our first year off season. Player retirements. Quite a few guys going retiring. Staff retirements. No, don't do that. Greg Popovich retires, so we won't be able to sign him. League meetings. Sorry, guys. Messed up my mic there. Defensive key and offensive defensive key violation changed from 3 to 5 seconds. We're gonna reject that. That's fine. An overtime period, that's fine. Worst teams will have a reduced shot at obtaining the top 3 picks. So kind of like the 2018 rules. I'll leave that approved. Draft lottery. Let's see where we stand up in the lottery. We have the 4th best odds, with the Pistons getting the best odds. So I'm just going to sit here and let it go through. So the Kings will get the 14th pick. So here, the Suns 13th best odds, and they will get the 13th pick. We do have a pick next year from a team I forgot. I think it's the Raptors pick. So that's from Golden State. Get that 12th pick. Magic are slotted for the 11th, and they do. Nuggets 4% chance of getting a top pick, and they don't. So they get the 10th pick of the year, or the season from Houston. So Houston's trade was a little iffy. Timberwolves get that 9th pick. So everything's staying the same so far. Wizards have a little bit higher chance. See if they get moved. They do not. So the top 8, or the 8 through 14th picks are the same as the Pelicans. Will they get the number 1 pick again? No. And we will not get the 7th pick. We will actually move up. Hawks, do we have? Who's this going to be? It's going to be the Hawks. So the Hawks get the 6th pick of the year. Spurs with a 10% chance to get the number 1 pick, and the Hornets get it. So the Spurs to move into the top 4, sorry. And the Knicks 13.5. I thought we were the number 4 chance, and we do get the number 4th pick. So we move up 3 spots from last year. We're not going to get the number 1 pick. Knicks will get the number 3 pick, so they're kind of screwed again. So Pistons and Spurs, who will get the number 1 pick of the 2021 draft? And it's going to be the Pistons. So the Spurs get to the 2nd pick, as the Pistons will get that number 1 pick of the year. So good job for the Pistons. We get the 4th pick. Staff resigning. First off, this guy's got to go. Stuff for the guy who makes the 2K ratings kind of disrespectful, honestly, and some of my Bulls players. But I'll try and sign him. Assistant GM. Oh, this guy, Masters. Go with Peterson for assistant coach. We need a head trainer. Oh, this guy. And we signed everyone. That's probably one of the first times I was able to sign everyone from this. Is NBA draft is coming up now. I just want to see what we can potentially get for this number 1 pick. It's valued at 3.5 stars. I have to get a shocker of a trade, like one that I will not turn down. Derrick Rose wouldn't be bad, but he's also a free agent. Ooh. That's interesting. But that's also a lot of money, though. Paschal. So, and we have a team option, so we can bring him back. We also get a pick. Oh, that's tempting. That is really tempting. Reason is, with that team option, we can bring him back and we can try and sign him to a longer term. That way he won't be a free agent until after 2024. We'll have to get him some money. I don't know if I should do this trade. Timberwolves pick is top 3 protective. I'll have to get a top 3 pick. I might get a... No, I'll probably still get a lottery pick. But I don't think they'll be that bad. I don't know. That's interesting. Let me see who I can get. Let me send to the user pick. I would prefer a small forward because I don't know when we have trade offers. So you saw that Paschal trade. So James Wiseman is still on the board. A center, but we already have plenty of centers as I'm moving around. That's why Denny Avgia or something like that. I think it's from like Israel, yeah. Let's see. Ceiling is Andrew Wiggins, an all-star. Floor is Nick Young. How about Wiseman? Verjao, that's not a good comparison in my mind only. Anthony Edwards is still on here? How? What? We need a small forward. So I have to go to small forward, and the only good guy on here is Denny Avgia. I can't figure out his name, but go with him. Maybe a surprise pick. So maybe a surprise pick, but I think we got a good small forward in the draft. The best small forward in the draft, I'm gonna say. So don't do that. I'm gonna draft Maker from Arizona. I think that's how you say something. So we probably got a good pick. That's our pick. So we get Avgia at 77. Anthony Edwards is a 79. Killian Hayes 76. James Wiseman 79. Obi Toppin. Second round, what do we get? We got a 70 overall Maker, which is the highest available along with others. So I'm going to accept Avgia's offer or thing. No team options because of the trade. So Davis declines his player option, so we are definitely going to go after Davis. I'm not going to offer one of Dunn, Norma Coca. I'll offer one to Denzel, see what he does. Time for moratorium. As you can see, we are in the negatives for money-wise, so we got to get rid of some peeps. Now, our first guy that I'm going to get rid of has to be Cristiano Felicio. Hopefully I can like get a good player. Jeez, Cam Reddish. Why is this giving up a pick? I don't want to give up a... Is that my first round pick of this year? Is that why I'm getting like all these good guys? I mean, these seem interesting. Saku. I'm gonna trade for Saku. Now, I hope we keep Denny Avgia. Yeah. So, we already signed him. I wanted that's like a glitch or something in 2K. I don't particularly know, but another guy that I want to Who did worse? 9 points per game, 7. What did you shoot? 40, 30, 80? What about Dad Young? 40, 30, 60 pretty much. Well, Dad Young's old and he's making a lot of money with the team option. I want to see if we can, like, just dump him with picks. And there's a Hawks thing. A Hawks trade, and I'll probably do. Looks like that's the most value, so I'll do the Hawks trade. Gets rid of some salary. Also gets rid of the power four position. Anyone else I should see fit getting going? Let's see here. No, I'll get rid of Archie Diacono for this Heat pick. Just get some guys. So time for moratorium. Anthony Davis, let's go, baby. A lot of money with a no trade clause. See where that puts us on offers. We're second. They're offering him a super max deal. Dang, doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get him. Ingram's restricted, so we won't be able to get him. Any other good small forward or power forward? And Millsap, but he's old. Who else do we need? We need preferably we need a backup shooting guard. We're good on small forwards, good on power forwards, so we need a backup shooting guard for Levine. Any good? Who's the best shooting guard on here? Evan Fournier will offer a Fournier 3-year deal. Not much. See if he accepts that. Then I'll look for a point guard. Let's try and sign Van Fleet to a 3-year deal. Let me trade Sato, because I don't want him on this team at the moment. Get Kevin Porter Jr. We're just a young kid. Get 2 picks. I think I'm gonna go with the Kevin Porter Jr. deal. So okay, so we use all of our offers. So it looks like we can sign Van Fleet, and that's the only guy who has accepted our offer. So that's a bit unfortunate. We do get a starting point guard though. Fournier re-signed with the Magic, and so did Anthony Davis. So that's a bit unfortunate in my opinion. So we lose out on a good potential to get a good small forward or power forward. Who is our power forward? Lowry and Saku. I got a point guard and Van Fleet. I'm gonna make like a win now move here. I'm gonna trade Larry Markin and see what we can get from him. He's gonna be making a big bag next year. See what we can get for him, if anything good. Tyler Hero. This would be a good backup shooting guard. What is his contract looking like? He has 2 team options. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Tyler Hero trade. 2 team options, good value. Just get rid of Larry Markin. It's like a win now move. So I need a power forward. I'm gonna go with Trez. That's our power forward. So let's see if Trez signs. He does, and we're gonna be able to keep Van Fleet on here as well. So let's get this show on the road and agree. So we have $2 million left on our salary cap. We have Fred Van Fleet, Kobe White. We have Zach LaVine, Tyler Hero, a young team. Denny Agia will be our starter as a rookie. Oh, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna send it down to the G League and he's gonna develop for Sekou Doumbouya will be our power forward. I'm gonna move Montrez to actually, quick edit. Going to oops. Going to a power forward. He moves up 8 by 3. Confirm the changes. There you go. So we now have a starting power forward. We'll have a backup power forward too. Let's see, Marquise Chris can play the power forward. So yeah, Phil take that 3-year deal. So it'll look like it. No, he signs with the Hawks. Anyone else we need in free agency? We're good point guard wise, shooting guard wise, small forward wise, we're good. We're gonna have Hutchison probably start. We're good power forward wise. Actually, I want an actual backup to Montrez. We're fine center wise. Gafford's still injured, so I need a power forward. One that I can afford, preferably. We'll have to Jabari Parker, or no, we'll go after Christian Wood. See how a 2-year deal does. See what his offers are. So we have him on top, and we'll see how long it takes until he accepts our offer, and he does. We're gonna get rid of all these guys, including Makuka, and we are gonna sign Christian Wood. So I think that's it. That's gonna be it for our off season. We're gonna get the player progression. Not a bad off season for us. So Harold goes up 2, Levine goes up 1, Carter up 3, Van Fleet goes down 1. Wood doesn't change. White here, Porter all go up 3. Hutchison goes up 1. Avija is obviously gonna stay. Gafford goes down 1, and then Doumbouya moves up 3. So we're gonna go to training camps. We're gonna get a Avija Denny. Let's call him Denny. We'll get a Denny up or down to G League. Also get him to his training camp here. That way we can do bits with him. See how it works. Alright, so we're gonna go with the 2021 draft class now. And this will be the last draft class we use. I'm actually not going to do the 2022 draft class. We'll do the 2021 draft class as the next one. So get ready for training camps. We have 2, so I'm going to send Denny to untapped potential. Let's do an A-. Perimeter shooting. Who needs some help perimeter-wise? Send Hutchison perimeter shooting. So advance the next season. We're getting ready to get season 2 underway. It's gonna be a fun time. Here we go. Let's send. So fill out a roster. We got Bismack Biyombo out. I don't know why we have him. Well, I'll take him though. We'll send him to the Windy City Bulls. You know what? Anyways, we're gonna shorten it to a 10-man rotation. And we're gonna send Doumbouya down. We're gonna send Doumbouya down all as well, so we can get 2 guys developing down in the. Or you can't. Why can't we send them down? Am I missing some here? I must be stupid. Well, we'll keep him on minutes restriction though. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season 2. Alright, welcome back. So the season is pretty much wrapping up. We're honestly we're on a little bit of a tear right now. As I say that, of course, we lose to the 76ers. We're gonna be making the playoffs. I don't know what seed we'll make it as. We're currently let's make it one more to get to 10 above, and we do. So we win 40. We go 46 and 36. That's a 16-game improvement. Ben Simmons won MVP. That's pretty good. Anthony Edwards won Rookie of the Year. Let's see what my guy Denny did. Denny. Oh yeah, that's right. We put him in the G League. That's right. Marcus wins 6-man. Kawhi wins Depoy. Austin Pugh goes to Kristaps. Brett Brown wins Coach of the Year. We ended up making the playoffs as a 5 seed. We're playing the Wizards as the 4 seed. Who have John Wall, Bradley Beal, Troy Brown Jr., Obi Toppin, the rookie, Tomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, Jordan McLaughlin, Mo Wagner, Plumlee, Noel, Bonga, Jerome Robinson, Joakim Noah, there it is, Jaren Grant, Eric Griffin, and then Tyler Kavanaugh. So we're gonna make the playoffs. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna do game by game. So we win game 1 by 3 points, so that's a big game. We steal home court advantage right away. Game 2 we win, and we win by 5. We're going back to Chicago for 2. See if we can end it in Chicago, and we win game 3 by 2. So all these games have been decided by 5 points or less. Against Washington, the sweep, and we do. We win that one by 9, the largest margin of victory. And who is that? Tyler Hero with 26 points. Second-year player. We're gonna have to face against Philly. It probably will be. Yep. Philly, and then Brooklyn, Milwaukee in the lower half of the bracket. On the Western Conference side, Dallas and Memphis. Memphis being an upset. And the Clippers and Timberwolves there. So Philly and Chicago. See how this one goes. We lose game 1 by 16 points. Game 2 we take one by 12 points. Who got the points? Levine and Harrow. So that's a good start for us. Hopefully we stole home court. Hopefully we can go back to Chicago and do well there. We lose game 1 there by 21. So they kind of stole home court right back, and we tie the series up, and we don't. We lose by 4. It's a gut puncher there. It's Kobe White, Levine, each with 19. So here we go. Will we get eliminated in 5 against the Coach of the Year and MVP? No. We blow them out in Chicago. Levine and Harrow and White all doing work. And then we go back to Philly for game 6. Sorry, no, we blew them out in Philly. Back in Chicago, and we beat them in Chicago again. We blew them out again. 3-3 tie. Same with Brooklyn and Milwaukee, you know, and Dallas and Memphis. The only team not to go to game 7 was the Clippers, and they went to 6. Can we make a major upset here? We do not. So we lose by 29, so we blew them out twice, and then they come back and blow us out in Philly. Van Fleet, Harold White, and if Levine probably would have scored around 20 points, we probably would have been able to have a shot. He did not shoot the ball well, and he didn't shoot it much. And all of our players were in the negative plus minus. See who wins the finals, and Philly sweeps Brooklyn, and Clippers come back from 3-1, and they almost get Dallas, and the Sixers sweep the Mavericks in 4 games. Simmons was MVP. Player retirements. Vince finally retires. Zach Randolph and Andre Iguodala retire. Staff retirements. Bob Weiss and Terry Stotts retire. League meetings. Only one got approved, and we're gonna have to reject that. So we're gonna go to the draft lottery. We're not gonna have a pick. Oh my gosh, that Toronto pick saves us. We just get the #1 pick in the draft from the Toronto pick. What a trade for Gasol. What a trade. Alright, we only have to re-sign one guy. Let's try and sign him on here. He's tentative, and of course he rejects us. Or this Montgomery guy, and he signed. So we get the #1 pick in the draft. I don't know how good that's gonna be. We get the #1 pick in the draft. Knicks again aren't good. They moved to the 4th. 17 trade offers. 4-star value for this pick. Honestly gonna see. This would be good because Wendell, we probably won't be able to sign Wendell back. You know, another time when we have 2 trade options. Let me see what we can get. We got Cade Cunningham, which is a point guard. We already have plenty of point guards. Centers, not really anybody. I think I'm gonna do that trade for Wiseman. We just had the #5 trade, so that works as well. The #5 pick. So we're gonna do this trade to get James Wiseman. Again, the Pelicans get a #1 pick. We get the 5th pick on the clock. I didn't even notice we had a 5th pick either. Could get a power forward. Could go for a shooting guard. Jalen Johnson. Not a good ceiling star. Reggie Lewis. Charles Oakley. I'm gonna go with Jalen Johnson. I'm gonna sim to the end. Let the GM finish out the picks. You get a 77 Johnson. Getting on from Mobley on a 79, but I'll tell you, same as Zaire Williams. Oh, we should have gone for Zaire Williams. I didn't even know that. Dang it. We're gonna decline this. We're gonna keep Jalen Johnson. So we have a lot of player options that we can accept, and I'm going to accept all of them. Ooh, no, none of them do the greatest. Defensive wise, not a thing. Kobe White did better. Harrell did really good. Porter Jr. Hutchinson. Okay, well, I'll decline Hutchinson's thing. Sakui, he barely got any minutes, so I'll keep him. Daniel did not play at all. I'll keep Daniel Gafford, but I'm gonna get rid of C-Hutch. Yeah. Kawhi declines his player option. Ooh. That could be a big guy that we have to go for, but we're gonna have to trade one of our free agents that we got last year. Because we obviously don't have enough money. So. We're gonna have to get rid of one of our free agents. Danny goes up to an 81, that's good. Christian Wood, backup power forward. How well did he do? 8.3. Alright. I feel like we can have Sequoia. So we're gonna go find a trade for Christian Wood. See what we can get for him. I want to try and get Kawhi. I already see picks, so I'll probably go for. I'll do this straight for the Atlanta Hawks picks. Gabe Montrez, a good contract. What did he do? Yeah, 14, pretty good. That's really the only contracts. Do we have enough? I doubt we probably don't have any more close enough. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching this big first episode of Harold Downs, or of Harold Plays.